What is your American dream?
I'm from the Philippines. My American dream is to have a job wherein I can help people to achieve their dreams, which is the most important thing for me.
I'm American. I was born in New York, and my American dream is to constantly learn and grow and use whatever God's given me to help as many people as I can.
I'm from Belgium, and my American dream is to bring laughter and joy into people's lives through comedy.
My family background is West Indian with roots in Curacao, Guyana, and Puerto Rico. My American dream is to live in a country where everybody loves and respects one another.
My background is Irish and African American. My American dream would be to make enough to live a happy and fulfilling life.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Well, Spar and Bernstein has been nothing but great to me throughout my trials. I mean, it's 5 years into this car accident, and they never gave up on me, never. And in everything, they fought for me, and I am so proud to tell everyone, don't even wink for a moment. It's you, Spar and Bernstein. My lawyer here, Mr. Barack, has been a cage animal. He wanted to go on trial, but thank God we settled out of court, and it was something that I'm very, very happy about. So everyone, I'm telling you, I'm not just making stories up. You have to use this law firm. Spar and Bernstein is the best, worldwide best.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
To the morning. Welcome everybody on a Friday morning. The sun is shining. The world is still here, except my thing here is all screwed up. Squeeze is just going to walk right through the entire video right now.
What, you mean like this?
Yeah, watch Squeeze walk right through the video. Hello, Squeeze. Welcome.
Thank you.
And
I'm sober at it, Squeeze.
Sober at it. This was typical of what we did last year, right?
Why make it any
Okay,
better?
right. Why make it any better? Welcome, everyone.
I was early.
I was
Turn
here.
on my mic.
I was here too, which is the weird thing was.
I heard you mumbling in your office.
Yeah, the weird thing is. So why don't you come over? Because everybody goes, "Where's Squeeze?" And I go, "I don't know where Squeeze is."
Where's that cartoon that you guys said you were going to create?
We are going to create a
If
cartoon.
I see me on a freaking
We are-
as like a
going to create a
hamster,
cartoon.
I'm going to. I'm not going to say I'm going to.
We are going to create a cartoon, and the cartoon's going to be
So
"Where in the
Squeeze,
World is Squeeze?" It's our new cartoon book. It's going to marvel any cartoon that anybody has seen before.
Yeah.
The "Where is Squeeze" cartoon, but it's going to be Squeeze as a teenager.
We want to know something. This show would not be us without us being ourselves.
Correct. Ourselves is never on time.
But the weirdest thing about it, though, is that when you're on time
Yes.
and I'm not,
Yes.
oh my God,
Oh my
my
God.
mother calls me.
Yes.
The world calls me.
The world comes
You know,
to an
but when
end.
Brad's late,
Right. It's okay.
it just
Happens.
gets it, you know?
Because I'm not as late as
And no
often
one
as you.
lambasts.
I'm not as late as often as you are. And by the way, look at all the people who have already shared. 11 people have already shared. Our first person to say good morning is Jeff Bossi. Okay? Jeff has learned about our show recently.
Jeff's got jokes.
He's got jokes. He's a funny guy.
I like him.
Yeah.
He's got jokes.
So he also
I
sent
bet
us.
you any money he's a white guy.
He is. I checked him out on Facebook, and he also sent us. He sent us our first. I guess it was like our first. Is it a gift? Is it fan mail?
Fan gifts. By the way,
gift.
This is the Brad and Squeeze show on 93.5.
I guess.
And the Brad and Squeeze
I guess it was.
Facebook page.
I guess it was our first fan gift. So we got in the mail yesterday. I said, I wonder if someone is sending me anthrax or sending me a fan gift.
Why give people any ideas?
I don't know. I don't know what they would do. I don't know what they're going to send me.
You know what? I'm going back across the street.
I don't know what they would send me. So I said, Kim, I don't know what's in this, social media queen. You open it. And what's inside of it? And what's inside of it is we got our first one. If we can come up close, Can we come up close here? Jeff Bossy, thank you very much. We're going to leave it up here. He sent us the President Trump troll, a golden-haired mythical figure known as President Trump the Troll. And it says his ideas, he said, are tremendous and huge. And they went on to explain that by voting for him, he'd surely win and make America great. And here is President Trump troll. Thank you very much, Jeff Bossy. Our first
Jeff Bossy.
There he is. That's our
That's
first.
Jeff?
That's Jeff. That's the first guy.
He's the one the other day who said, yeah, squeeze kind of low now. Wait
Yeah,
until
by the
new
way,
show.
he's the only person who watches who has like no immigration issues whatsoever.
We should bring Jeff on the show
He
one
just
day.
enjoys watching us.
But we got to bring out quite a few. Carol Anderson, Tiger.
Yeah. Tanette Sobless, Tamika, Tanisha McNabb.
You know.
Natalie McLean, good morning. She's a new, relatively new.
What
Denise,
about your
Vashika
guy from
Taylor, always
Dominican
watching.
Republic?
What?
What about
He disappeared.
What the hell?
I don't know what happened to him. He stopped watching. King, are you? Detria Brissett. A lot of people.
You've got some people who stuck with us.
Yes,
man.
right. There's some people who stuck
like-
with us forever. All right. What was it? It was Carlos from the Dominican Republic.
Carlos, yeah. What
He
happened to
watched
Carlos?
for a long time.
He did. He was
And
one of
then
our
he
first fans.
and then he just disappeared.
He just vanished.
Vanished.
In air.
Vanished. All right. Well, maybe he will come back. Maybe somebody knows where Carlos in the Dominican Republic is. Vakisha Taylor. She says, Kim, next time don't open it.
That's very wise.
She says, let's squeeze open it.
No. If a gift comes here and it's a weird gift, the black guy's out of the building. That's all I gotta tell you. That's all I gotta tell you.
Meanwhile, there's a new movie that came out. Tell me if this sounds familiar to you.
Donald Trump?
Okay. No. There's a new movie that came out. It is called, I'll tell you the name of the movie after. Tell me if this sounds anything familiar to you. Okay. This guy, okay.
A guy.
A guy. He has a very satisfying career.
Wow. Yeah, I know the movie. A guy.
Okay, a guy has a very satisfying career and a comfortable suburban lifestyle.
That sounds like quite a few people I know.
All right. He has a sweet, nurtured wife and
Sounds like a few people I know.
and a son and a daughter.
Sounds like a few people I know.
And the son is ready to go to university.
Sounds like a few people I know.
And he's starting to have a midlife crisis, and he's starting to compare his life to all of his friends' lives. And what he comes up with is that he and his 4 best friends decide to go away for a weekend, and he thinks that all 4 of his best friends are more successful than he is.
Okay.
And it turns out,
Many movies like that.
right. This is the premise of the movie.
Okay.
And you know what it's called?
What? Rabbit Squeeze?
Brad Status.
Brad Status.
So I saw this and I'm like, sounds familiar to me. So a friend gave this to me.
You know what I think, Brad?
Yeah.
It sounds like you're putting something out in the universe.
No,
that
I'm
you
not.
want.
But it's not. It has nothing to
Yes,
do with me.
you
It's actually.
want something.
It's
you want to have your own movie, don't
Yeah,
you?
maybe. Well, it's Brad Status with Ben Stiller.
Well, I can tell you
Ben
this.
Stiller is playing me.
You have the entire production team already.
Ben Stiller. It was a huge competition that who would actually get to play Brad, and it's Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller.
All right.
So Brad Status.
Which one of them? Oh, you went to school with Adam Sandler.
I did not go to school with Adam Sandler.
Which one you said you went to school
I said I had a friend who went to school with Adam Sandler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I never went to school with Adam Sandler. And by the way, Adam Sandler's in the news
Okay.
with that guy Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Did you hear that story?
No.
Big dude, like huge. You know who Terry Crews is? Go Google him right now. Maybe we could have a picture. We can get a picture of him up. Can we get a picture of Terry Crews up? There he is. Look, this guy. You know this guy?
Oh yeah. I know Terry.
Big guy.
Yeah, I know Terry.
So he's at a. Did you see that story? He's at a party, a Hollywood party, and he says some guy from the I think it was the William Morris talent agency, his agent, came over.
I've done some work with
Right,
William Morris.
and grabbed him by the family jewels.
Whoa, back up.
Yeah.
Start all over.
Okay. So he's
Someone
at a
grabbed
party.
Terry?
Somebody get Adam. Adam Sandler's not part of this story yet.
So
All
someone
go back
grabbed
to
Terry?
Terry
But
Crews.
Terry's a huge guy.
Right. Terry's a huge guy. Okay, this guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So an agent A Hollywood agent goes over.
By the way,
and
for the people listening on the radio,
Right.
let me see if I can describe Terry to you.
Yes.
Terry is this big, muscular guy,
Right. Huge.
bald-headed, a black guy,
Right,
who's
huge.
always playing those funny roles in many movies.
Right.
Okay. All right.
So he's at a Hollywood party. This guy Terry Crews.
Right.
Okay, he's a guy I would assume you would not want to
Mess with.
Okay, so he's at a party in Hollywood, and this agent comes over and starts making homosexual, or I guess just sexual. It doesn't matter whether it's this guy right here starts making sexual advances at Terry Crews, who is
Jill, who does that look like?
Who does not?
Jill gets it.
Who does that look like?
I'm asking.
Who does that look like?
Don't say it, Jill, because I don't want Brad to say it on there. But you know who that looks like,
Who
right?
does that look like?
Huh?
Who does that look like?
Jill knows. Jill's gotten very familiar with somewhat.
Yeah?
Well, anyway.
Really? Okay.
Jill, our producer,
so
I'm talking to.
I don't even know. There's an inside joke that nobody gets here. So any event,
I can't share it because
all right.
you and your mouth.
So any event. So the agent, this guy's name is Adam Bennett.
Yeah.
And he starts making sexual advances at this guy, Terry Crews. Terry Crews is like, no. He's like sticking his tongue out at Terry Crews, in a very, not sticking his tongue out like, nah, 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 more like, very crude.
But is Terry gay?
No, he's not.
There's a lot of gay roles.
No, but he's not. He's actually, what I understand is he's a straight guy. So he's not liking it. He's not appreciating it. He's saying, no, stop, stop, stop.
Right.
And then this guy, Bennett, goes over and grabs him by the family jewels and starts, obviously, to try to massage the family jewels in...
So he tried to massage his KCID?
Yes, the KCID.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. So, Terry Crews leaves. Adam Sandler, I'm reading all this. This is like very, juicy. I don't know how you don't know this story. So now
I'm not into stories like those.
Yeah, well, when somebody, you start getting interested in stuff like this, So
sorry, man. But anyway, so what happened?
So Terry Crews leaves, and apparently Adam Sandler. This is now when we put Adam Sandler's face up. Adam Sandler is somehow friends with both Terry Crews and this agent, and tries to kind of call on his cell phone after and kind of smooth things over with the two of them. And apparently it didn't go very well. And Terry Crews has now gone to the newspapers and is contemplating a lawsuit against this guy Bennett and his talent agency. Bennett's lost his job. It's all part of this, sexual, misconduct in Hollywood.
William Marsh is a huge agency.
It's not, I guess apparently, it is not just man on woman. It is man on man now,
and woman on woman.
And I've not heard any story about woman on woman yet.
There are no biases when it comes.
There is no biases. I'm just saying I have not read. I do a lot of reading, Squeeze, and there it is. Time Person of the Year, and it's really People of the Year. It's the hashtag Me Too. It's the women who have been sexually abused and who are coming out and saying this is not right and this happened to me, and that is the Person of the Year, but it's really the People of the Year.
Right.
I don't know why it's Person of the Year, because it happened to more than one person.
What happened to Donald Trump wanting to be?
Well, what's amazing is
Why
that.
did I do that? Why did I open my mouth and start that?
What is amazing is
with
that
GT.
Al Franken loses his job and everything else, but Donald Trump gets elected. And if anything, the people who have admitted to wrongdoing have been vilified. Vilified. And this is how bad a sick world it is, and the people who lie through their teeth and say it never happened seem to just barely get away with it. And by the way, everybody, please share this with your friends and family right now.
Yeah.
We have right now.
Stop, Brad.
Yeah.
I got to turn up my.
Okay.
earpiece.
We right now have.
I'm very upset about one thing.
What?
Brad Squad. Unless my thingy-majiggy here is not working, but Brad Squad and Team Squeeze. I thought you had our back. I don't see enough shares, Brad. I can't believe the numbers.
Your thingamajiggy.
Yeah.
Don't talk about thingamajiggy.
My thingamajiggy.
Your computer. Please be because thingamajiggy can mean a lot of things.
It's right.
Thingamajiggy can mean a lot of things.
Well, Anyway, I need people to share right now. Once again, folks, we're broadcasting on 93.5 WVIP FM and also the Facebook page called Brad and Squeeze Show. And that happens to be, ladies and gentlemen, a Facebook Live happening right now.
Wait.
We do not have enough shares right now, so we need for you to share our show so we get more viewers. The show gets popular, we help more people. It's not just a show about speaking about Adam Sandler and Terry, okay? It's actually a show where we will be answering immigration questions. We will be speaking with quite a few of you from all over the world and all over the United States, currently of Donald Trump. So please share the page, Brad and Squeeze, and share it on your timeline first and then share it on other pages.
I have a question, Squeeze. I'm reading here the comments as we go along.
Yes.
Okay,
and by the way, call 1-800-LAWLING.
Yeah, and everyone's saying Kim never open up the box again. But
I do agree with Kim.
But somewhere,
I do agree with all of them.
But somewhere in this, Tashawn Malcolm, who I don't know if I have seen her comments before. She may have commented before. I don't recall, but she says, "I love to hear when Brad pronounces the word because."
Because.
Because? Well, am I saying it wrong?
Because.
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 No, not because.
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 What is C-A-U-S-E?
Hey, boss.
What is C-A...
Sounds like I'm saying, hey, boss, right?
What is C-A-U-S-E?
Because.
No. What is C-A-U-S-E?
Cause.
Right.
Right.
So put B in front of it.
Because.
Nut job.
I never knew I said because wrong. Maybe everybody is saying it wrong and I'm saying it right, Did anybody ever think of it that way? Did anybody ever think of it that way?
Anyway, once again, folks, this is the Brad and Squeeze Show. We're actually answering immigration questions. The number to call is 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Brad.
Yes.
You're good at math, right? How many days left before the year ends?
What is today's date?
8th.
Today is the 8th. 31 minus 8 equals 23.
Wow. There we go. And then this year is over. Have you gotten your immigration questions answered yet? That's one question. Did you start repairing your credit yet? That's another one. But do we have calls, Brad? On 1-800-529-5465?
We have Yusef, who's been waiting about 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'm just reading some of the other news here that I haven't looked at yet. The Smithsonian...
Because.
Because. I never heard that before. I never heard...
Go back to your thing about it.
I'm going back to my thingamajiggy here.
Yeah.
I never heard...
Because.
Hey, boss. Sounds like I'm saying, hey, boss. Hey, boss. Because.
Let's just...
Because, hey, boss.
Let's just get to...
Let's get to Yusef. Forget it. All right.
Hey.
I was going to talk about the mongoose, but maybe I'll save it for...
You know what a mongoose is?
It's the thingamajiggy.
No, you don't know what a mongoose is.
It's your thingamajiggy, no? I have no idea.
It's not a thingamajiggy. What's a mongoose? You don't know what a mongoose is?
It's an animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you know about it?
Oh, look, it's up on the screen, the mongoose.
Okay, what do you know about that mongoose?
Well, the Smithsonian Magazine has dehumanized immigrants with a piece about the immigrant mongoose. An article from Smithsonian Magazine is called The Immigrant Mongoose. It can take time to earn society's trust. And the subtitle says, in some species, however, deporting your own family members is the norm. So apparently mongooses have immigration issues amongst their own mongoose friends. And they did a study.
What?
And they did a study conducted about the dwarf mongoose. I didn't even know there was a dwarf mongoose. But apparently people not only study it, but it actually exists. And in the article, this is what they discovered about the mongoose and immigrants. Believe it or not. Immigration policy isn't just contentious among human societies. Different species of mongooses also have radically different ways of dealing with newcomers. For instance, some mongoose societies gladly take on immigrants based on merit, while others will even deport their own relatives to protect their offspring. And what unfortunately is they're talking about how mongooses adapt in their society, but they use the term immigrant and immigrants and deporting. And basically what they've done in this Smithsonian article is trivialize and demean what it means to be an immigrant. I don't think adapting to your environment and pushing out a family member who may eat your baby is the same as deporting somebody here from the United States. I would believe that
and
if
the Smithsonian came up with
the Smithsonian came up with this, and I would believe that
Why should
I would be all in favor.
that?
By the way, if it was like Hannibal the cannibal was an immigrant, yeah, I'd be all in favor of deporting Hannibal.
Even if it's your family member.
Yeah, he would could eat me, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, by all means, he doesn't deserve to live in America.
Well,
but how what they did was
Right.
yeah.
Let me give some credence to
Please.
the mongoose.
Yes.
Okay?
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the mongoose was brought to Jamaica ages ago.
You know about the mongoose.
Hold on. The mongoose was brought to Jamaica ages ago because Jamaica was infested with snakes, the yellow snake. So basically, the mongoose killed off the snakes. Lo and behold, after the mongoose killed off just about all the
There were
snakes.
too many mongooses.
You can't find any snake in Jamaica now. A couple of yellow
That's
snakes.
good.
You can't.
Do snakes do anything? Do they help anything?
No, hold on. Jamaicans don't even like snakes.
I don't
So
like
there is
snakes.
like literally
Who
no
likes
snake.
snakes?
But the mongoose killed off the snake. Lo and behold, they found out the snakes were not poisonous. Okay?
Well, are the mongooses
but now
bothering anybody?
the country's like literally infested.
Literally
in
infested with
in
mongooses.
the farm area, the country part. I mean,
Right. They're infested with mongooses. Now,
a lot of mongooses.
do you know that
Well, you rarely ever see them.
Right. Do you know that the mongoose now likes, some of the family members like to eat some of the other family members, so they get deported from the farm or from the family? Did you hear about this?
No.
Isn't that?
No.
I don't know how you can compare the banning of a mongoose who eats your family member to deporting somebody.
I don't know.
I don't know. Smithsonian Institute, come on. Come on, Smithsonian.
That explains everything that's going on Facebook right now.
What-
1-800-529-54 nothing. 1-800-529-5465. That's my point. 1-800-529-5465.
The last comment was shared. As soon as we got onto the mongoose, nobody has anything to say.
1-800-LAWLINK. Now watch the difference. We're going to start answering immigration questions. Let's just go to the phone lines later on in a few minutes. Anyway, we're coming up with our social media queen, Kim Moore. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to... Yusef right
from
now.
Patterson, New Jersey. Yusef.
Hello.
How are you?
Hey, good morning, Yusef.
Fine. Good morning, Bart.
Good morning.
My question is simple.
Simple.
I'm in the United States with a student visa.
Where you
I have
from?
a spouse.
Where you from?
I'm from Nigeria.
You're from Nigeria.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in the United States with a student visa, and I have a spouse who's a permanent resident. So I'm asking if there's any chance for me to get a work authorization.
You can get a work authorization. You're not going to get a work authorization through marriage to a permanent resident. They can obviously marry you and file for you. You're about a year and a half away from being able to adjust your status. So you would stay on a student visa for approximately a year and a half, and then in about a year and a half you can adjust your status or thereabouts based on an approved I-130, provided you stay in legal status on your student visa. Now, there are two ways to get a work permit on a student visa. Do you know those two ways, Squeeze?
No, you tell
One
me.
is
Even if I know, I wouldn't tell you. You know that.
One is practical training, either while in school. It's called curricular practical training. So you take a semester off and you do some sort of practical training and you get a work permit.
Yeah.
Or you do it as optional practical training at the conclusion of your studies and you get a 1-year work permit. I don't know where you are in your actual studies. The other thing you can do to get a work permit is to request a work permit based on hardship. Okay? So after you have been on a student visa for more than 1 year, if something has changed in your life, for example, the most typical thing is Aunt Sally promised to put me through school. Now Aunt Sally's not talking to me anymore. she refuses to put me through school, or Aunt Sally maybe lost her job and can't afford to put me through school anymore. My circumstances have absolutely changed, and it would be a hardship to me because I can't afford the school. And then at that point, if you can show exceptional changes in your circumstances, a hardship to you, they would give you a work permit to work your way through your student visa.
Okay.
So those
Thank
are your
you.
two options, all right?
Before you go, you said you're from Nigeria, right?
From Nigeria.
Yes.
You know this artist called IOJ?
IOJ?
IOJ.
No, I don't know that, sir.
Okay.
Does
All right.
not know that. Why are you asking?
He's a very popular.
Not
a very popular R&B song.
Not to Youssef, he's not.
I know.
Yes. Who's the most popular artist in Nigeria, Youssef?
Not in Nigeria, it's in the world.
In the world. In the world right
Nigeria.
now, who's the most popular artist?
No, one of.
He is?
One.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know him either. Okay. All right. Thank you, Youssef. All right. Youssef was so uninterested in our conversation.
I don't think if Youssef know an artist.
He hung the phone up on us. I was about to say he hung up.
1-800-529-5465. It's the, almost said the immigration link. It's the Brad and Squeeze
Yes.
show, but we're answering immigration questions. Call us up. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. You did remember to connect, right?
I did connect, correct?
Okay. All right. Let's go to another call. 1-800-529-5465. Hopefully, Social Media Queen is also ready. We're going to be coming to you shortly. So gear up, as we would say. We're coming to you in a minute or two.
I think we're going to come to her right now because we don't have any calls.
All right. So let's go to Social Media Queen in the social media room here at the Brad and Squeeze show on a beautiful, today's Friday, right?
Hello. You know, nobody knows Social Media Queen is an immigrant.
She's from Belgium.
She's from Belgium.
Yeah.
It's true.
From the land of waffles.
What
Yes.
age did you come here?
I was 9.
9.
That's why she doesn't have the. How does someone from Belgium sound? Can you do a Belgium accent?
Yes, I can do a Belgium accent because we speak Français, so it is, we just do a Français accent when we speak English.
You stupid Americans! Oh. You
Stupid Americans.
You stupid Americans!
Ask me to be a showboat.
The French-
Stupid
The French do that.
That's the French do.
Yeah, the French do that. You walking with your American attitude. I was in France, and that's the look they gave me every day.
Americans! You take your French fries and go back to America.
They gave me that look when I was in France, and I'm like, no, I'm an American citizen, but I'm from Jamaica.
You know what's the stupidest thing I think of all time? The stupidest thing of all time, and it's when right after, I don't know, it was like in the early 2000s, for some reason George W. Bush and the French, they were kind of butting heads after 9/11, and Congress passed a law. Do you remember this? Congress passed a law or a resolution. I think it was a resolution. I don't think you need to pass a law about this. It was a resolution to change the name of French fries in the congressional cafeteria to Freedom Fries. That to me was like the dumbest thing in the world. And they actually had a debate about this to change the name of French fries to Freedom Fries. And now, I don't know now if, we should look this up. I don't know now if in the congressional cafeteria still to this day, the French fries are called the Freedom Fries.
We did it in my elementary school cafeteria.
Did you do it?
They became Freedom Fries.
It was Freedom Fries too, right? Yep. You remember that?
Yeah, why did it become
Yes, I
American
did.
fries?
Freedom
Yeah.
Toast.
Nope.
Freedom
It was
Fries.
Freedom Fries, Freedom Toast. There was nothing French anymore.
Nothing French.
Yeah. When you go to Paris, you're going to France anymore. You go to Freedom. All right. So what questions we got?
Okay, so we are rocking a lot of questions this morning.
All right, let's go.
The first one is from Michael. My friend just got married to a U.S. citizen and about to file for his adjustment of status, but his passport is expired. Is that going to be a problem?
Whose passport is expired? The U.S. citizen or the person who needs the green card?
I think the person who needs the green card.
The person who needs a green card will need a valid passport to get married. You can't get certainly in New York, you can't get a license unless you have a valid identification. So you're going to have a problem even getting married. Go renew your passport. Then you're going to need it to take your biometrics. Then you're going to need it to go for your interview. You need a valid passport. Problemo.
Problemo.
Yes.
Melissa would like to know, can my sister file for her mom, but she's on government help, so how can she do it?
Can your sister file for your mom, but she's on, depends what the government help is. What is the government help?
I gave you all the information I got.
Okay, if it's need-based help, she can file, but eventually she will need to get off of it. Either way, I mean, you're filing for, a mother filing for a daughter over 21 is a 7-year wait. You worry about what the government help is in 7 years. But quite frankly, if it's need-based assistance, she's going to need to get off of it when it gets closer and time to get the green card. By the way, I would love on our next, we should like shuffle this up like, 3-card Monty. Like take a guess who's going to be in the middle next time. Like I think Squeeze should be in the middle next time. Like just screw it all, the Brad Squad. Like every time somebody else is in the middle.
It's going to become a game of who's going to be in the middle.
Who's going to be in the middle, right? All right, keep going.
I'm just going definitely.
Sean would like to know.
Wait. Squeeze is complaining. 1 second. What's your complaint?
Oh.
I think my thing is broken.
It
can't be turned down.
I'm sorry.
Kim is like
Squeeze's thingamajiggy is broken. His thingamajiggy is broken.
Oh, he has a broken
try to keep it down for him, please.
Okay. Apologies.
Yeah. Okay. All right, keep going. Why don't you whisper to me? Whisper. Go like this.
We actually have someone on it by the name of Kelly Ruin.
What's the question?
Sean is wondering.
Nobody can hear
Now,
anything.
go ahead.
All right, go ahead. All right, let's go. We got to move. We got to move this along. All right.
Sean is wondering if illegal guardianship done in Jamaica, is that valid in the U.S.? And if it is, how can I terminate it?
What do you mean by valid in the United States? I don't know. What valid for what purpose?
As in, is the legal guardian, if there's a legal guardian in Jamaica, are they also the legal guardian in the U.S.?
Well, I mean, I guess until someone goes to family court and then becomes the legal guardian of the person in the United States. It's very hard to be a legal guardian of somebody if you're in another country.
Okay. Joy would like to know, can an LPR for over 36 years with a gun charge disposition for over 20 years get citizenship?
Most likely, yes. But is also deportable, so they should get a lawyer before they do their citizenship. But most likely, yes, eligible for citizenship.
Khalid would like to know, very general, I want to come to the U.S. from Tijuana. Do you advise that I do it?
Not crossing over the border, no.
Right. Don't hoof it.
Why don't you try a visa first? Or try to apply for a visa? Or call us if you are having trouble getting a visa.
Sounds like a plan.
Right, rather than running across the border and go, no! Stop following me!
I don't think that's how the border crossing goes.
I don't know how it goes, really. I've never actually done it. I can only imagine how horrifying it is, actually.
To do it.
Oh my
to
God.
run across the border. I can only imagine. No. I'm saying literally running across without inspection, being in the desert, being, like worried that you're going to be chased down,
Eaten by snake.
You have nothing to drink. There's coyotes that you pay to take advantage of you. There's assaults. There's sexual molestation. I mean, in all seriousness, it's really bad.
1-800-529-5465. Welcome to the social media check-in. They call it rapid fire questions at the screen, but I call it social media check-in.
Right.
1-800-529-5465. You have more questions, Kim?
I do. Avia would like to know, I'm here on a B1, B2 visa. I got married before the 90-day mark, and I'm now applying for my paperwork. What's the best thing to do?
Call me because you have a misrepresentation issue.
Can you do me a favor, Brad?
Yes.
Can you remove the troll?
There we go. More centered.
Yeah, I just need to center it more. Okay, continue.
1-800-529-5465.
It will be removed for the...
That's the reason. See what's happening on Facebook? That's the reason why.
When anybody...
Thank you.
We'll put them back upside down. When anybody sends us a gift, it's... I know it's upside down. He's doing a headstand now. When anybody sends a gift... we have to be appreciative of the gift that is sent, and we will present it on Facebook. Thank you very much, Jeff.
Of the gift.
Now we will.
Just that we're promoting Donald Trump.
We will leave it in our prop room after the show. But for this show, the gift was given to us. If someone sends us a pumpkin, we put up a pumpkin. If somebody sends us whatever they send us, that's what it is.
It's too loud.
Okay, so thank you very much. And Kim will be opening all of the gifts. Thank you.
All the anthrax packages.
All the anthrax packages, yes. Yeah.
We need to renegotiate, Brad. I
Yes.
am not.
Kim, don't worry. We have a
job.
good personal injury department at Spar and Bernstein.
Yes.
Don't worry about
Yes.
it. A good one. All right.
All right, continue.
Shanice wants to know if a green card holder files for his spouse, how long is it going to take to get a work permit, and how long is that filing process going to take?
Well, you're not getting a work permit. You're getting a green card in approximately 18 to 24 months. Unless you're in legal
Tanisha-
status here, then you could adjust.
Tanisha would like to know if your spouse is filing for you, do you need a reference letter or a recommendation that says I'm a good person to prove that to immigration?
Generally not, unless you have some evidence that you're not a good person, like a whole bunch of arrests.
Kelly would like to know, I have a second interview coming up that hasn't been scheduled yet, but my mom is not doing well right now. Should I go home with my advanced parole? Is that going to affect me?
Yeah, just make sure you're back before your second interview. And that's going to be a Stokes interview where they're going to separate you and your spouse.
Tamika would like to know, my daughter was born in Germany in a German hospital. Her father was in the Army. Both parents are Jamaican. My daughter has no status. How can she get status in the U.S.?
Wait, how is the father in the U.S. Army and a Jamaican? Was he a U.S. citizen or a resident? You're not a Jamaican in the U.S. Army. So let's get the
That's
status.
a fair point.
I know that's a fair point. Let's
Yeah.
get the status of the dad.
Okay. Claudia wants to know, can a person apply for an I-601 waiver while applying for citizenship because of willful misrepresentation? I did not disclose a prior divorce over 10 years ago.
You should not be filing for your citizenship. You should be coming to see us first before you do anything.
Last question. Eunice wants to know, my niece is being filed for by her son who is a citizen, and her priority date is June 2015. How far away is she from her medical and her interview?
June 2015?
June 2015, yep.
Years away. If the son is over 21, like 3 years, 4 years.
Okay. And one more last minute. I just want to ask how I can visit my husband while we are under I-130.
While you're under I-130, you don't visit
Yeah.
him. He visits you.
That's it for right now.
All right.
That's it. Social media check-in.
Thank you very much, Social Media Queen.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAWLINK.
All right.
You know what I realized, Brett? That you did not use the advanced technology that changed ages ago.
Which is?
It's called Windows.
Windows.
Yeah. You actually have to have a screen for every, thing that you work on. So if you get something, it's going to have another computer, right?
That's correct. That is absolutely correct.
Just messing with you.
Right.
All right. So once again, folks, 1-800-529-5465. So seeing that we're doing so great with the numbers, I think it's time for page 21.
All right, go ahead.
Once again, folks, it's the end of the week, and we're coming up to the end of the year. And just want to say to everyone out there who have not started working on their credit, if it's bad, you're not really helping yourself and your family members and your life. So all I'm simply saying right now, everyone, call up right now and get a free consultation over at USA Credit Repair. The number is 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. 1-800-USA-7177. If someone can put it up on the screen, that would be great. And that's it.
There it is. It's up on the screen.
Thank you so much.
Boy, that was very fast. Are you sure that's all you want to say about USA Credit Repair?
Considering
You have nothing else to say about USA Credit Repair? So what is wrong? What is wrong today? Nobody has anything good to say about USA Credit Repair.
like I said, considering I'm cool.
What are you considering?
I said I want to get to immigration questions.
Okay.
All right.
Tony?
Tony, thanks a lot for calling.
Tony? Tony?
Yeah, Brad, morning.
Morning, what's up?
Yeah, Brad, morning.
How you doing? Respect to your squeeze, man, every time.
Respect, sir.
What's up? What's going on?
Yeah, my mother have a green card, right, in Jamaica, but he's overstayed for a couple of years. She's very sickly, so I want to get her back here and visiting a visa. How do I go about
You
that?
just want her on a visitor's visa, then let her go to the U.S. Embassy and say, I had a green card for years, I gave it up, here it is. There's no better evidence to say that you're going to return to Jamaica or whatever country than to say, I had a green card and chose not to live in America. So let her just go in, and basically you return the green card and you apply for the visitor's visa simultaneously.
You have to pay that fee. That's 26,000.
26,000? I don't know about. Maybe that's in Jamaican dollars. You have to pay a fee for everything you do with immigration, including getting visas. I don't know what the equivalent is in Jamaican dollars, though. But yes, you have to pay a fee. Hold on one second if you need help.
1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Make the link, make the call. Once again to the Brad and Squeeze Show.
Let's go to Israel.
Israel.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Fine, thank you. I'm from Africa. I was studying in Cyprus. 2013 January, I moved in here with a K1 visa, and we got married, and we did everything. I got my green card, but now we are having a marital issue in the middle of having a divorce and all that. But I already applied to renew my to waive the condition or whatever it's called.
Right. Did you do that jointly with your wife?
Yes, I did it with my wife.
Okay.
We did everything.
But now you're having marital issues. All right. So, I mean, there's no law that says that you have to stay in an unhappy marriage. If you're having marital issues, the way around it is you either work it out, or you get divorced, and if you get divorced and prove it was a real marriage for some period of time, then you get your green card either way.
Yeah, but actually, she already filed in for divorce.
All right, perfect. And, so she's helping you out. She's helping you out by doing it.
The thing is that I've renewed my green card, and they gave me a 1-year extension.
Okay. So this is what you do, Israel, listen to me. Okay, you write the immigration service. You say, my wife started a divorce. I'm converting my case from a joint application to a waiver of the joint application based on a divorce. Here is a copy of the start of the divorce, and when I am fully divorced, I will send you the full divorce decree. Then they're going to send you a letter, say, prove that you and your spouse lived together from the time you got your green card to the time the divorce started. You submit that proof, and then they're going to call you for an interview. They're going to interview you about it, and then you're going to get your green card.
Oh, but
permanent.
My visa, my 1-year extension, I think it expires on the 20th.
Okay, so again, you do exactly what I tell you to do, and in addition to that, you make an appointment to go down to immigration, get a temporary stamp in your passport for another year.
All right, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate it.
Or you can
well, hold on, and we can help you with all of this, which I think you're going to need help with.
I think that's
even
the best
from Indianapolis.
Yeah.
All right, Squeeze. 1-800-529-5465. Do you know what Jeff Bossie, who sent us our troll, our Donald Trump troll, his favorite, because we said we would give the most favorite thing,
right?
He sent us a gift. So now his gift is to replay his favorite moment of the Brad and Squeeze Show. Believe it or not, his favorite moment was the New York City, your favorite moment too.
No, it's not.
It was. The New York, I don't know why you don't like this. I think it's cool.
But why are you saying it's my favorite moment?
I'm making a joke.
I was
being facetious. I know you're not a big fan of the New York City taxi drivers calendar. It is for a very good cause. It is for a very good cause. And it raised $60,000 for the Heritage Foundation, which helps immigrants.
And I'm quite sure they could have done something that would have raised more.
All right, let's watch this and see. Okay, so the holidays are right around the corner. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, it's all around the corner. And if you're wondering, like me, what to get for the person who's got it all, like Squeeze, I don't know what to get him. I've got the solution for you. The New York City Taxi Drivers Calendar. With us today is Phil and Shannon Kirkman, the creators of the New York City Taxi Drivers Calendar. Phil and Shannon, welcome to the Brad and Squeeze Show. And I have a question for you because it's such a unique thing that you've done. How did you come up with the concept for a calendar with New York City taxi drivers?
Sure, yeah. So the original idea was conceived back in 2012. We did a calendar of my oldest brother as a gag gift for my sister-in-law for Christmas. So it was well received by family and friends, and we then I actually recently left my career in finance and was thinking of ways to broaden some of my career projects. So we took the calendar. We thought, well, how can we broaden that? We landed on the iconic taxi driver of New York.
So you just made a calendar online like everybody else does on one of these apps or websites, and the family calendar. You sent it out, and then you decided to broaden it and say, what kind of calendar can we make? Do you have any experience in the taxi industry? How'd you come up with taxi drivers?
No experience.
We kind of threw around, when you think about New York City and you think about imagery in New York City, yellow cabs are so iconic, right? I mean, you see the big red apple, you see Empire State Building, and then you see yellow cabs. So pretty much everybody who's ever lived here or visited New York City has had some sort of experience with a taxi driver, right? So we felt like that was a really great group of people who are largely underappreciated, and you never really get to hear their stories. So we wanted to feature them.
And they certainly are underappreciated. How did you find taxi drivers to model for you? How'd you convince them to model for you? How'd you do all this? Did you just start driving in a taxi and say, hey, I'm doing a calendar, you want to take a picture with me?
Well, it's definitely gotten easier over time. When we first started, we actually put an ad online and received responses that way, then had to sort of pitch the calendar each time to each driver to make sure that they were comfortable with it. And we still go through that process, but we now receive a lot of our drivers as referrals from past drivers / models. And then we kind of go from there. So they know what they're getting into, through their other friends that have posed.
Now we're looking at these pictures of the taxi drivers as we're having this conversation, and it strikes me that a lot are minorities. I know that for a fact because I drive in taxis a lot as a passenger. Do you know what kind of percentage that the New York City taxi driver, what kind of percentage are immigrants to the United States of America?
Yeah, we originally didn't know when we got started with the project, and as it turned out, the first year we shot the calendar, 100% of our driver models were immigrants. So we started doing research and realized 96% of the taxi drivers in New York City are immigrants. And so naturally, we knew we wanted to have a charity element to the calendar, so we actually partnered with an organization that provides basic services for immigrant and working families. They're called University Settlement. They're a really amazing organization. So that was a really good fit for us because we wanted something that was relevant to the people who were starring in the calendar.
And what does University Settlement do to help immigrants or minorities? What do they do?
They provide really awesome programs. It's a broad range of programs, from English as a second language programs to assistance in finding housing, early childhood and senior programs. So they provide some awesome services.
And what percentage of the proceeds from this calendar go to the University Settlement programs?
It's right around 20% of the calendar. To date, we've actually been able to donate over $60,000.
Wow, that's amazing.
So we're really proud of that.
Wow, that's amazing. And so basically your calendar is New York City taxi drivers, 96% who are immigrants. 20% of the proceeds of this calendar go to help to an organization that helps immigrants. How has this affected you and changed your life? I assume you did not live the immigrant experience, but now you are experiencing people who have. Tell me how that's affected you.
Well, we've definitely become more socially conscious. I mean, it's hard not to, number one, living in the city since it's so diverse. But over time, we've definitely become more socially conscious, and especially in the current divisive and nonsensical environment, it feels rather pressing to sort of shine a positive light on these individuals that work so hard, not only to provide for themselves, but also for their families. And, they're also, they're a lot of the experiences that we've had have been awesome. And, they've been friendly and great, and they're no different than you and I.
Have you become close with any of the New York City taxi drivers, the models? Have you heard any of their immigrant stories? Do you want to share something about what you've learned about them with us, or maybe about your friendships that you've put together with them over the years?
Yeah, well, actually, you just showed a photo of Hassan with he was eating a slice of cake that had his face on it. We've developed a really amazing relationship with several of our drivers, and Hassan in particular. We surprised him with this cake for his birthday, and it was such a fun shoot after doing that. He was so excited, and we were so excited, and we have a date to get Bangladeshi food with Hassan soon. We've really loved hearing everyone's stories. I mean, some of these drivers work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, not only just to put food on their tables, but a lot of times to send money home to families back in their home countries. We had a driver a few years ago from Venezuela who has had trouble getting home to see his family because of the current political situation in Venezuela. And we've heard a lot of stories like that have been really compelling and just have opened our eyes and our hearts to everyone's stories and their lives.
Well, I think this is just such an amazing, unique idea, and it is so New York, and it really shows not only the immigrant experience, but what we're all about here, not just in New York, but in the United States, about embracing cultures, about embracing nationalities, about being multicultural here, both in the city and throughout the United States. And I commend you for this unique idea. I commend you for working on it year after year, and for also giving 20% back to the community in which the models come from to help other immigrants. Where can we buy this? Because I want to buy one myself. Where can we buy this?
You can go to nyctaxicalendar.com. That's our website. The calendars cost $14.99, and we ship them and pack them right here in our apartment.
And what's the latest we can get it before Christmas?
I think their cutoff date around the 20th or 21st. I think is the safest date to get it before.
How many calendars do you expect to ship out this year?
That's always the guessing game.
Right.
I mean, last year we sold roughly like 5,000.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's shipped to all 50 states and over 30 countries.
And I just saw you featured in the New York Post. Congratulations. I just happened to be seeing that today and saw it. It's an amazing idea, great story, and thank you for joining us here on the Brad and Squee Show.
Thank you so much
for having us.
Okay, thank you.
Wow, that's setting the numbers through the roof. Roof of a taxi.
All right, you know who people love?
Who?
People love social media queen.
Yeah, so let's go
to our social media queen. Let's see if she's still in the middle. Hello. Are they going to put her in the middle? Let's see. It's like let's see. Who's in the middle today? That's in the second half. Yep, you're still in the middle. You're the winner. All right, what do you got for us? We only have about 3 minutes.
Maybe you can beat the ratings of the taxi segment, which was extremely high.
Squeeze is very cognizant of who's watching it every second.
Yes, he is.
Yes. Yeah.
He didn't see those 212 numbers.
Yes.
Oh, I did.
Akanya wants to know, my fiance and I would like to get married. However, I'm out of status. He was a veteran and didn't obtain his citizenship in 2011 because he got a felony. How can we go about applying for his citizenship and then adjusting my status?
It depends what his felony is. Just because you're a veteran doesn't mean you're eligible for citizenship. Ask the gentleman that we talked to a month ago who was a veteran, thought he was a citizen, wasn't, and got deported. So let him come see us and let's figure out what this felony is.
Karima wants to know, my father is in the U.S. 10 months but has not received his green card. Is that normal?
No, it's not. Call us. Problem.
Follow-up question to Tamiko, who had a daughter who was born in Germany in a German hospital. Father was in the Army as a resident and then became a citizen in 1988. So he was a citizen, but the daughter has no status.
Was he a citizen when the child was born?
Yes.
If he was a citizen when the child was born, that child is a U.S. citizen.
Katie would like to know, a friend of mine lost his Social Security card. Is it going to affect him when he's filing for his green card?
No.
Chantal would like to know, my mother started filing for my brother at age 17 and he turned 18 this year. which is when the paper was put in. They wrote us and told us that the case is being transferred to another state, and for some time now, we haven't heard anything.
Come see us before this child turns 21 and gets screwed.
Shanice wants to know, my friend applied for his citizenship in October and has not received a reply. How can he find out what's going on?
As long as you have a receipt notice, then you're okay. If you don't have a receipt notice, make sure your check got cashed. If your check was cashed, you should be okay. Follow up with the copy of the canceled check. If the check was not cashed, then you mean it never got received by immigration.
There you go.
Okay. And we got follow-up from Tamiko and her mom, Annette, who chimed in as well. The dad was a permanent resident when he was in the Army when she was born in the German hospital. He's now a U.S. citizen and I think working at Homeland Security, but his daughter still can't get U.S. citizenship.
Well, then, no, the child's not a U.S. citizen then, and we should speak to this child and see if dad wants to help now. File for a green card.
Absolutely.
All right, Squeeze. We're at 9:59. We're out of here. We'll see you at 12.
See you then.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much for tuning in, folks. Let's make the show legal. The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.
What are you doing?